Good afternoon. This is Tom Aspray with the Viper Report. It's Monday afternoon, April 26th, about an hour left in the stock market. Getting lots of feedback from my presentation last week to the Wealth 365 crew. This is what the first page looks like, but I would like to go into a little further explanation because I got some feedback about people's lack of understanding or knowledge of continuation patterns. In bull markets, we always see pullbacks, setbacks, corrections. Many times, people determine that the bull market is over and that the bear market has resumed. That was the case in both 2010 and 2011. You can see this great chart from Ed Yardeni Research. You can search Ed Yardeni bull market corrections. You'll find it. You can see, 19.4% in 2011. 16, those are the big ones, but lots of times we have these smaller ones. You see how many we've had since the 2009 low up to currently. And this doesn't count the little tiny ones. We just got over a 2.6 correction in the QQQs. So these pullbacks in a positive market present a buying opportunity, just like in a bear market, the rallies against the trend create a selling opportunity. This is shown in this more current slide. Takes the 2000 top. You can see we had all these nice rallies back up to the moving average before we bottomed out. Okay, back in the bull side, so corrections to buy, top in 2007, rallies within the downtrend. This one was a real good fake out in May of 2008. Which I talked about a little bit on last week's presentation. So these pauses in an uptrend can take any number of shape, but pretty much what I do is I search for them, and scan for markets that have been very strong, and then look for those pullbacks where we have a 4 to 6 week pullback. That's what we try to do in the Viper Hot Stocks and in the ETF publication. So I wouldn't get too hung up on pennants, rectangles, wedge, flags, whatever they have. They're just a pause, and you can use technical studies to determine when those pauses or that in the major trend occur. Many of our current positions show these similar formations. This is AllianceBernstein Holdings, a money management firm. This is one we put on right around in here. Just broke out last week. Looks pretty good. It's getting close to that R1 level at 43.13, so we may look to exit half the position up there. That's generally what we try to do. You can see that was very positive. It came back down 38.67, 39.57, right back into this former high, and the OBV and the RS said it was time to get back in. Paycom is another one we're in. Bulleted on this pullback here, and has not yet broken out, so we're looking at this resistance at line 8 to complete that formation. You can see the RS has broken its downtrend. OBV is acting stronger than prices. We've been in progressive for quite a while. We took half the position off right around in here, looking to take the second half up around here. Got a pretty nice 10% profit, I think, on the first part. Marriott Vacations is one that's trying to bottom out. You can see the data studies are mixed. RS is positive, OBV is not. You can see this sort of triangle formation. Really need a strong close above the 79.61 level. We're trading at 79 even right now. In last weekend's article for Forbes.com, there's a link in the email. I hope you read it. It talks about the roller coaster stock market and where I think it's heading next. Featured this chart of the QQQs. You can see we made higher highs here in price. Much stronger action in the NASDAQ 100 AD line, suggesting that we're going to push again to the upside. There are a bunch of warning signs. Market's really overbought. Everybody is bullish. I heard one guy on one of the financial networks said, "I've never been more bullish." In the coming weeks, that'll not be a good sign, but for now, there seem to be some pretty good opportunities, so we're going with it. We have a number of ETF positions. We made a couple new recommendations this Monday morning. You can see the investors' positions, XLP, IWD, I'll show you a chart of that. It's the value Russell 1000. Doing pretty good. We're in from about 126.88, up about 23% there. Materials is having a good run. Financials are trying to move higher. In the trader section, we have a lot more positions, ranging from industrials, semiconductors. Last week we sold half of the position in the SMH on strength. Really didn't like the technical action early in the week. Good, we got down to like 241.50, I think, or 80 on Tuesday, and so we were trying to reduce the exposure here. We were long from 236, so we're still holding the 50% position. It's up today and doing pretty well, so maybe we should have gutted it out, but we didn't. We generally, if we see some deterioration, we like to reduce our exposure. This is a chart of IWD, the Russell 1000 value. We got in very good right down here around 35.82 or so, and traders sold out part of it, and we're still holding on to the rest. It's been a pretty good grind higher. You can see the RS has turned negative at the start of April. OBV still looks strong. We had a high volume pullback, but followed by a good rally. So 160 is kind of our near-term target for this one. I'm going to be doing a special follow-up on my Wealth 365 presentation in about 2 weeks. So if you signed up through us, you'll get an invitation and a password, and I look forward to teaching you more about continuation patterns. If you have any questions about last week's, and if you have any questions about my presentation last week, please feel free to email me at tom@viperreport and put questions in the subject line and tell me what questions you have from the presentation. And when we do the follow-up talk, I'll deal with them. Of course, if you want some specific advice in the markets and you're not currently participating in this very strong but a little frothy market, you can go to the Viper Report, click on the Viper Report here to sign up for the Viper ETF report or the Hot Stocks report. And we're still doing mentoring sessions. We still have that special $199 for 90 minutes of one-on-one trading. So great. Now that I got the presentation, we'll update you probably by the end of the week. Do have FOMC and tons of economic data, so it should be an interesting ride this week also. Thank you very much.